the golden nettle. Then you find the
Morning, Jason. How you doing?
and you're feeling
Morning.
Falling in love with the view. In the top 3, you are not 3 and not 2. In case you're not getting it, let me give you a clue. Under the sky, there's no one that's flying higher than you. Think of the times when you felt so afraid. Think of the times when you cried while you prayed. Think of the times when you worked while it rained. Now those same times are finally due to be paid. They made you a warrior, outstanding, victorious. Notorious for being a champ, you are glorious. Meant to be great, it was written even before the birth of time. You rise as the greatest out of us all. No matter what's going on, just keep on pushing. At the other side of pain lies all you've been wishing. Every situation you've ever been put in was just an obstacle you crossed to find your purpose. You're a beast, the least you've never been so alive. Come in the feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking the leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. Now tell me, didn't they pay off? Days you were tired so much you felt like you break off. Didn't they show you truly what you are made of? A diamond in the rough, truly beautifully shaped up. You've always known that someday you would take off, despite all the hate and bad comments that they all told you when you were building a platform to sail on. Now they'd like to hop on, but the ship has sailed off. You're a beast, unleashed, you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. You're a beast, unleashed, you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. You're a beast, unleashed, you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. You're a beast, unleashed, you've never been so alive.
Hey, crew, welcome to How to Create Your Irresistible Offer, Pitch Deck, and Coaching Program. Guys, it's Jason Grossman here. I might just keep this on because I kind of like that. I'm going to keep it on like that. So, guys, as we get started, we'd love to hear who's on. We've got the Zoom going. If you took the time to register on the Zoom, thank you for joining us. If you're in the Zoom, post in the chat box, say hi, where in the world you are, what kind of business you have. It'd be great to connect and make this more relevant. And we've got Facebook Live cranking as well. So you got City in here, Emma on there, Hilton, Suzanne. Guys, post in the, if you're watching live on the Facebook, comment live, watching replay, comment replay, and just say hi, introduce yourself, where in the world you are, what kind of business you have, what kind of coaching you do, or what kind of agency you have. And if you're watching this replay on YouTube, feel free to interact, say hi, and ask questions on there as well. Guys, if we dive straight in, it's going to be a short, sweet, succinct training, and what I believe to be most arguably, perhaps the most important thing for a new online coaching business or agency business to do, because I think there's 5 massive mistakes that online businesses make before they get started. A lot of online coaches and agency owners just start, and there's 5 things in particular you really want to do before you even begin. There's one in particular, I'm going to talk about that today. So guys, Jason Grossman here. If you don't know who I am, I've been online for 13 years. I've built 4 of my own online businesses to 100K plus months. We cracked $240,000 months. They're not far away from 300K months. So I've been doing this for a long time. I've been business coaching online for 13 years. Had a life coaching business for 17 years, fitness coaching business for 20 years. And I've had 3 different agencies, including an ads agency, digital agency, and now a virtual assistant agency. So I understand online businesses. In fact, I also had a affiliate marketing business doing a double 6-figure months and hit the top rank in a network marketing business and was a trainer with another company. So I understand online businesses. And I've been a part of launching and building over 2,000 online coaching, consulting, and agency businesses over the past decade. So that's enough about me. This is about you. If you're here, doesn't matter where you're at in your business. If you're just starting out and you have no clients, this is for you because this is a great opportunity to refine your foundational elements before you before you really do a launch. Now, you could already have 10, 20 clients. Maybe you're already doing $5,000 or $10,000 a month. Every level brings a new devil. Doesn't matter. Maybe even doing $100,000 a month. No matter where you're at right now, you want to create or refine these three things we're talking about right now. I have never ever seen somebody come to me making less than $100,000 a month, which I'm guessing is all of you or most of you, that has all these things refined. I've never seen it in more than a decade. And so Emmett is helping scale to seven figures, Hilton, functional health. Emmett, if you've heard of 50 Cent just a little bit, yes, of course, I love 50 Cent. Suzanne, Ireland, Aldwin, Gold Coast, Craig, welcome, other Gold Coast, Suzanne, Life Mentoring, Ethereal Healer, love that. Akashic Healer, Akashic Records Healer. Hilton, live. But yeah, let's dive in. So I'm just going to dive straight in. This is going to be a training, right? So there's 5 huge mistakes online coaches, consultants, agency owners make before they start. Most people, they go, hey, I'm going to start a coaching business. I'm going to start a business coaching business or a life coaching business or fitness coaching business or a launches agency. And they just start. And there are 2 things that you want to do before you even begin. The number one first thing you want to do is you want to reverse engineer business to clarify what it looks like finished. So you're creating it by design, and one, but that's another training. And number 2 is what we're going to talk about today. Before you think about trying to get clients or marketing or launching or anything like that, you want to have 3 things in place and refined. And the more you do, the better you're going to be able to launch and build a successful coaching business. Quick question for all of you guys watching. And I'd love to make this a little bit interactive. We're only going to go for about 30 or 40 minutes. It's going to be pretty short, sweet. I know I talk fast, just listen faster. Quick question. No right or wrong answer. This is your perception. What do each of you believe is the most important skill to build a successful coaching, consulting, or agency business? Just post in the Zoom chat or the Facebook chat. We've got Julian, welcome. Wayne in Sunshine Coast, welcome. Welcome guys on the Zoom as well. Wayne says having systems and SOPs 100% vital and crucial, especially for scaling a bigger business. Do you need systems to build to say 10,000 a month? Do you need systems to get clients? They're super important, and the bigger your business gets, the more crucial they are. I am obsessed with SOPs 100%. But are they useful? Hilton says consistency. I often say the 2 most important secret sources to success online are consistency and urgency. 100% consistency. Can you be inconsistent and still build a successful business? It's possible, but it's not ideal. These are all great. Suzanne, high energy. Well, you're in the right place if you like high energy, because I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. So high energy is important. Here's what I believe, and this is, my perception. I believe that the number one important skill for you to build a success, and when we say successful, because you all have a different definition of success. When we say successful, that means Wayne, you achieve your definition of a successful business. Julie, you achieve your definition. And for most people, that's 2 things. Well, actually, it's 3 things. It's money, freedom, and impact. In fact, it's really freedom and impact. Yeah. And freedom comes from the money, because that's what financial freedom is. Julie's hit the nail on the head. I believe the number one most important skill is to be able to sell. Because here's the deal, Hilton. You could be the best coach in the world. You could put Tony Robbins to shame. Love him or hate him, right? He's the greatest coach of all time, most successful, right? Love him or hate him. Right? More impact, more money, more than any other coach ever, right? We can deny that. Love him or hate him, regardless of your personal beliefs. Hilton, you could put Tony to shame, but if you cannot get clients, it doesn't matter how good you are as a coach. So the number one most important skill is to be able to sell. But here's the thing about selling in 2023, you actually don't need to be that great at sales. But there is 3 things that if you do, will drastically increase your conversion rates. Want to know what they are? That's what we're talking about today. There's 3 things that you want to do. So let's say Wayne just woke up this morning and goes, I'm going to be a coach. Mom, I'm going to be a coach, right? Pretty sure Wayne doesn't live in the basement with his mum, but there's 3 things you want to do before you start looking at even getting clients. Number 1 is clarify, and this is basics, but I guarantee none of you, and Julie's pretty onto this, I guarantee Julie, all of you are going to get something out of this that you all have holes in your business that we need to plug. I have holes, we all have holes in our business. People doing $1 million months have holes to plug in the business, right? So the number 1 thing is really refine and clarify your niche and your avatar. Number 1, we're going to start with the fundamentals. We're going to talk about that in a moment. In fact, Just yesterday, I've updated and refined our avatar system. Okay, I actually have a worksheet here and questionnaire and can help all of you refine your avatar more than ever. Number one is your audience, your overall audience, and your avatar. Number one. So, who is our ideal audience and our ideal client? So, we're going to clarify that. Number one. Number two is what is the offer? What do we sell? Now, when you start a new business, always start with one offer. I normally recommend one-on-one coaching, consulting, or agency. Start with one-on-one because you make more money, you don't need as many leads, you don't need many sales. And for a lot of you who would agree 5 or 10 one-on-one clients would be life-changing for you right now. Most in the beginning, we're talking about in the beginning, right? So one offer, one service, right? We're here to talk about services. I suggest one-on-one coaching, get books on one-on-one, then launch group. Okay. But we want to create an irresistible offer. And an irresistible offer ultimately has 3 offers: a core offer, upsell, downsell. And what we do is we create that and put it into a physical visual aid, which we call a pitch deck, and we use that to sell our service. So that's the second part I'm going to share with you today, and I'm going to use one of my personal pitch decks to show you how to create. Who wants to know who wants to see one of my personal pitch decks and the science of creating a pitch deck to sell? You want to see that with the irresistible offer? Boom, that's number 2. And the third thing is, okay, I have this amazing offer. Okay, I have my ideal audience and dream client in place. The third part is, what is the messaging I'm going to use to get my offer in front of those people? If you refine these 3 things, Wayne, Emmett, Suzanne, who would agree it's going to make your life so much easier to get in front of these people, find these people, and get on a call with these people? Would you guys agree? Yes or yes? 100%, right? So again, we're going to go a little bit deeper here. We're going to go a little bit more advanced. And I've done this thousands of times. Anyone that knows me knows I'm very objective. I like to recognize when something's my opinion. Everything that I do is objective 95% of the time, and it's not cookie cutter. It can be personalized and tailored to your personal business. You can add your own style and flair and so forth to it, okay? So you guys ready to dive in? Okay, that's enough pre-framing for your NLPers. I think that was a pretty good pre-framing for you NLPers. All right, let's dive in. Oh, actually, quick question. I would like to know, so I can make this more personalized to you guys. Ellen, it's good to see you here. Quick question for you guys. Out of those 3, which do you think you each need to work on most, so I can spend a bit more time personalizing this for you? Number 1, do you feel like most you need to work on your audience, avatar and niche, number 1. 2, you need to work on your offer and pitch deck. Or 3, you need to work on your messaging. Just post 1, 2, or 3 in the Facebook chat, Zoom chat, or YouTube if you're on YouTube. And then for those watching live, I can personalize this a bit more for you. 1 and 3. Okay, cool. Neela, messaging. Okay, so we got 2, 3, 1, 1. Everybody else, the more of you guys answer this, the more personalized I can make this to you, and you'll get more out of this. If you participate, you'll get more out of it. The more you give, the more you receive. Yeah. Everybody else, Emma, I like the offer creation. 1, 2, and 3, guys, just in the Zoom chat or Facebook chat. Which one do you feel like you need to work on most, or would you like to most improve? I can be pretty patient here. Julie says messaging. Okay, so 3. Okay, Julie, just finished our 3-part offer breakdown. So looking forward to pitch deck. I believe I have the best pitch deck system in the world. I've been using a pitch deck for 21 years. I've been using pitch decks since before pitch decks were a term. 21 years I've been using pitch decks, creating them, and I started teaching people how to use pitch decks 17 years ago, before social media. So that's how long I've been around. I know I'm showing my age. 100% Emmett. Okay, let's dive in. All right, thank you for that. So messaging seems to be a big one. I'm actually not going to spend much time on this because I'm going to be very succinct, straight to the point. Step 1, step 2, step 3, very pragmatic. I know I'm talking fast. 1, I want to squeeze in as much value as possible. 2, I freaking love this stuff, guys. And I guarantee all of you, no matter how big your business is right now, will get something out of this. So what we're going to do is, I actually don't have slides today. I normally have slides because I don't really need them. We're going to talk about the first part, which is avatar and niche. I'll just go back to this here and just keep that. So it's not my big ugly head. I don't want my face big, my big ugly mug, the whole screen. I don't think anyone needs that. We'll keep it like that. So the first part is, let's first of all clarify what's the difference between avatar and niche. And I will invite you and encourage you, but like imagine this was your webinar. How would you like your participants to participate? I encourage you to do that when you're in other people's webinars, not just mine, because then you'll probably find your participants will engage as well. So what's the difference between avatar and niche, guys? Welcome to you guys. Craig says two also. Dion, welcome, brother. 2 and 3 for Craig, 2 for Nicholas. Hey, brother, good to see you. Charlie, 3, good to see you as well. 2 for Suzanne, 2 for Hilton. Okay, we've got a mixed bag, but messaging seems to be a big one. You're going to like my messaging process. What is the difference between avatar and niche? What is the difference between avatar and niche? Charlie, niche is the pool, avatar is the swimsuit. Oh, I like that. That's a great metaphor. You want to buy for the pool? Next. Marianne Felicity Bryce. Welcome. So here is in a nutshell. I mean, I love the metaphor that Charlie's used. If you're not on Facebook, Charlie said niche is the pool and avatar is the swimsuit you want to buy for the pool. Yeah. So your niche is your audience. It's the group of people collectively. Now, there's people out there selling. Who's ever seen somebody selling a course to help you work out your avatar niche, and it's like thousands of dollars? I'm going to show you all how to work both out in under 5 minutes for free, and more explicitly in detail than anyone ever has before. Right? I've got actually a questionnaire here for you guys as well. I'm going to help somebody clarify now. I believe your niche is your audience, your ideal audience. For example, I work with 40 plus women that want to lose weight. They're going through menopause. So it's the group of people, it's the age bracket, it's the location, and it's the, we're always helping people do one or two things. We're always helping people, one, solve a problem, or two, get what they want. That's it. In a nutshell, we're all doing one or two things all the time. Solving a problem, helping people get what they want. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. So I think the first thing you want to do out of these four things really is clarify your audience. Get really clear on your audience. Should only take a moment. Okay. Now, here is a tip about audience and avatar. We tend to want to project. So if I'm I'm 44 next week. I mean, I'm 34 next week, Wayne. I'm 34. No, I'm 44 next week. I know I'm doing all right. Imagine if I said my audience is 20-year-old women that want to lose weight. I mean, there's going to be natural challenges, right? Because typically by default, we are our own audience because people are going to relate and resonate. If you're a 40-year-old mom, a single mom or married, whatever, you're naturally going to resonate with other, 30, 35-year-old moms plus. So you've got to recognize that, okay? Not just project what you want, which is why in the beginning, I recommend that your audience or niche is you. If you're not a mom, don't work with moms. If you're a woman, don't work with men. That's my, now you can do whatever you want. Just recognize it's naturally going to be harder. Okay, so my suggestion is in the beginning. Now, who's heard the term before you should niche down or niche? In America, you say niche, we say niche, tomato, tomato. Now, I know it's niche. You guys in Julie, you say niche, we say niche down here, right? We're a little bit slower down here. Right. So, Dion, attempt to overboard. Yeah. Who's heard the term niche down? Who's telling us to niche down? The guys doing 10 million, 50 million, 100 million a year. They can afford to niche down because they have massive audiences and big revenue streams. But in the beginning, do you want the bigger piece of the pie or the smaller piece of the pie? Who wants the bigger piece of the pie? In the beginning, niche up. Niche up, the smaller your business. The bigger your business gets, the more you can afford to niche down. I'm going to work with 40-year-old tennis players in Perth, Western Australia. Good luck with that. So in the beginning, niche up, okay? And then as you get bigger, you can niche down, right? Avatar. Here is my definition of avatar, okay? I believe your avatar is your dream client. Your avatar is the one individual person that, let's say, Julie, you had one client paying you $1 million a year. Your avatar is a caricature. It's an individual. So if you had just one client paying you $1 million, who is that person? So I have actually put together a series of questions to help you create that and put it into a worksheet. And I'm going to take somebody through it right now on the Zoom. I think Wayne's already done it. Mark, brother, how you going here? Who would like to do it? Wayne, Julie, Neil, and who would like to complete? I think it's not that. We probably want to do the process. How you going? Just bring yourself on mute, my friend. Wayne, can you bring yourself off mute, please?
Sorry, Jason,
There
you
we go.
went really muffled for about 10 seconds. I didn't hear you.
That's okay. So what I'm going to do now is I've put together this avatar worksheet, and I'm going to choose Wayne because I want to be respectful of everyone's time here. I don't want to take too much time. I put this worksheet here together with a series of questions. Okay, I'm going to send everybody this worksheet. If you're registered on Zoom, you'll get an email for it. If you're watching the Facebook Live, send me a DM. I'll send you this worksheet. If you're one of our business coaching clients, we hope to do this. And I've actually updated this. There's 3 parts to the avatar worksheet. It takes 5 minutes to clarify your avatar and niche. There's 3 parts to the avatar. Number 1 is the basic avatar questions. So think about when you play a computer game or your kids play a computer game, you create a character, man or woman. It's a boy. They have glasses. What color is their hair? You're creating a caricature. Second part, excuse me, is the problems that keep them awake at night and the dreams they have. And then the third part is the messaging. Okay, so I'm going to take Wayne through the 3 parts now. So when you create your avatar, all you do is you open this worksheet and you ask yourself the question, and the first thought that pops up in your mind is the answer. So Wayne, in a moment, I'm going to ask you a question, and the first thing that enters your mind, you're going to say. Now, when I ask you a question, you're going to think a thought, and your ego is going to want to analyze it. But don't do that. Because the first thought you have comes from where? The gut, the instinct, your intuition, your heart. Wayne, has your intuition ever in your entire life been wrong? Ever?
Only in relationships.
Your gut
Generally,
feeling
no.
and intuition. Has your gut feeling and intuition ever been wrong? I'm guessing it hasn't. No one's has. No. So I don't want you to analyze it. You can analyze it later. So anyone that does this, when you do this, the first thought that pops up in your mind, you put it into worksheet, you can review it later. Are you ready, Wayne? First thought that pops up in your mind. We're going to do this pretty quickly. You ready? So Wayne, imagine you have one client paying you $1 million a year. Are they male or female?
Male.
Okay. What's their name? Let's give them a name so they're
James.
tangible.
James.
How old is James?
48.
Okay.
In business.
Are they a business owner or general pop? Yeah, you work with business owners or general pop?
Business.
What kind of business does James have?
Sorry?
What kind of business does James have?
A service business. Accounting.
What kind of service business?
Accounting.
Accounting. All right. Okay. And what's his annual income?
250.
250,000. Okay. So
Yeah.
here's my suggestion for that. Like again, so the higher you go, the smaller your piece of pie. Start with a bigger piece of the pie. Let's say 100K to start with. Okay. I'm going to project onto that. What's his relationship status?
Married.
Married. Okay. Let's get deep. What's his wife's name?
Nikki.
Nikki. Why do you think I'm doing this? It's to create a tangible character in your mind. Everything is psychology first. Does he have kids? And if so, how many?
2.
What are they named?
Zach and Isabella.
Notice as we do this, James feels more real to you. Notice that? Where exactly does James live?
Brisbane.
Now, there's lots of accounts for Brisbane. That's actually a good choice. Actually, second or third, but actually probably second. What is the results James is after?
Well, it's the freedom. Financial freedom.
Okay, there we go. Boom. That's what I'm looking for. Financial freedom. That's an easy one. Cool. What's his hobbies? What does he do on the weekend? What does he do for fun? 1 or 2?
Boating.
What was that?
Boating and fishing.
This is congruent. See, congruent here. Where does he hang out online? Like Facebook or where does he hang out? LinkedIn?
Joe Regan.
Oh, yeah,
Podcast.
Joe's podcast. Awesome. Where else? Because it's going to be hard for you to prospect him from Joe's podcast, but where else?
Yeah. No.
Which platforms is going to be talking about? Facebook, LinkedIn?
Probably on freedom sites.
I don't know what that is, but okay. All right, that's cool. Okay, what's the biggest problem you help him solve?
Paying off his mortgage more quickly. That's
Okay.
what's his biggest problem, or what do I solve?
What's the biggest problem that he has that you're helping him solve?
Stress and anxiety.
So here's the thing about that. It's intangible. How do you know he's achieved that? So this is something you got to be mindful of later. So now some of you might be thinking, why the heck are we asking how many kids and what's their name? It's because, did you notice, Wayne, when we did that, it made James more real in your mind. And the more real something is in your mind, the easier it's going to be to manifest and create in its physical form. Make sense? You can now attract James because you've explicitly clarified in your mind and certainty of James. Does that make sense, Wayne? Do you feel more certain about your avatar now than ever before already, just from that?
Creates more focus.
More focus, 100%.
So I can be a
Focus is
sniper and
tangible.
yeah,
Now, so there's a new part to this worksheet that I only literally just did yesterday, and it's part of the business coaching program, so no one's seen this. So the next part of this with James, this is the deep level that people don't do. Now, if Wayne can understand James's mindset, his fears, his problems, his dreams, who would agree Wayne can more effectively help James? Yes or yes? So there's three, here are the next three parts, right? And we go into the messaging here, which we'll come back to. So what's keeping James awake at night? Like what keeps James awake at night that he stresses about?
cost of living increases.
Yep, what else?
Security for the children's upbringing.
What else?
Keeping his wife happy.
Happy wife, happy life.
Life.
Yeah, yeah. What else?
Not being able to retire when he wants to.
Retirement. Yep. What else?
His own peace of mind.
I feel like legacy is there. Peace of mind, knowing that he can die with a legacy, right? That's what I could be wrong, but that's my projection, but that's what I felt from you then, yeah? So here's the thing, guys, if we go a bit more advanced, these are what's known as a primary problem. But let's say that James is lying in bed at night, stressed about money. He's not stressed about the primary problem. He's stressed about, and I want you to hear this, the meta problem. People are leaving because this is too advanced for them. The meta problem. The meta problem is the problem that the problem causes. So James is not lying in bed stressed about the cost of living. He's stressed about being able to provide for his family. Like an example I often use is people don't they don't lie at night in bed stressed about money. They lie in bed stressed about the argument they're having with their husband and they're borderline divorcing, and they're worried about what's going to happen with the kids. So what you want to do then is you want to clarify what the meta problem for each of these is. So the prime problem is the cost of living, and what's the real problem that causes. And if you do that with each of these five, imagine every piece of content you do from here, Wayne, be it a reel, be it a video, be it a webinar, be it an ebook, is built around helping people solve these problems. People are going to watch this and go, damn, Wayne's talking to me. Hell yeah. And you can help people solve these problems, help people sleep better at night. Does that help? Okay, so we're not going to do the meta problems now. I invite you to do it later. What's the biggest dream? What's the biggest dream that James has? His ultimate dream before he dies?
Oh, before he dies. He wants the freedom to be able to leave Brisbane and go and live on a property. Not have to worry about it.
So think things like this. Take kids to Disney World. You know, think things like that. Yeah. Okay. So what's their biggest dream? So have a think about that. And there is a last part to this, because people are not always thinking about problems. People are thinking about their problems, or they're thinking about that. You know, who often daydreams about the things you dream about and you want in life? Traveling the world, publishing a book, launching a charity. Who daydreams? So what are the three things that he daydreams about and he ultimately wants? Now you can create content to solve his biggest problems and help him create and live his biggest dreams. Who would agree that if you did your content around that, it's going to make a huge difference with connection, resonating, people relating, and people, because people make decisions based on emotion, justified logic. So you want your content to be emotional, which is why I like to trigger people, because if it triggers you, it changes you. If it doesn't trigger you, it doesn't change you. A great coach doesn't tell you what you want to hear. A great coach tells you what you need to hear. That's why Andrew Tate's so popular, because he's out there attacking. Well, he's not attacking. He's resonating with men under 25 with porn addiction and attacking that behavior for it and telling them they're better than that. It's very triggering, right? And then he went down the depression route and so forth as well. It's very triggering. That's why people are triggered by it. Another conversation, right? Does that help, Wayne? Does that help everyone else?
Yeah, very insightful.
And how quick was that? Less than 10 minutes, yeah? So now the thing is that some of you will do this in your own time and you'll sit there and go, I don't know. If I ask a question, if I ask Wayne a question, Wayne's response is, I don't know. My reply to that's going to be, well, first of all, stop saying I don't know. If I go, I don't know, the brain goes, okay, I don't know, right? So the first thing is, if I did know, what would it be, right? There is no right or wrong answer. And spend some time on it, especially if you guys nailed it. I don't know anyone else in the world doing the meta problem thing. You nailed the meta problem thing. Oh my goodness. Okay. So in a moment, we're going to look at the pitch deck. And I've already got Wayne here, so we're going to use Wayne. Wayne's in our one-on-one business coaching program, so he's familiar with this already. So that's how we clarify our avatar and niche. Simple, succinct, easy. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars, right? You just need one worksheet. Number one. We're going to look at the pitch deck in a moment. Before we do, though, what we want to do is to work on your messaging, clarifying your messaging. All you need to do is specify your 3 core message pillars. So to refine your messaging, to refine Wayne's messaging, he refines his avatar and his audience and his niche and the offer. We're going to do that in a moment, so because we're already on the sheet. And then what's the messaging Wayne's going to use to get that offer in front of people? Now, there's only really 2 types of messaging online. There's daily content, short form, long form, blog posts, yeah, email, right? Basically, you've got written posts, you've got moving video, long form, moving video, short form, and pictures, right? That's copy. So there's really four main types of content. You could put social proof in there as well if you wanted to. And then you've got events. So, and then of course you got free offers. So your free offers like ebooks. So your messaging is your offers, your events, and your daily content. That's it. But who's ever sat down to do a Facebook Live and gone, what the hell am I going to talk about? Who's ever been there before? So your 3 core message pillars are really for you to be able to more clearly determine what you're going to talk about in your content, create in your offers, and to do your events. Whenever I do an event like this, okay, or I do a video daily content or I create an offer, it revolves around my 3 core message pillars, problem I'm solving, or what I'm helping them get. That is it. So what we do here is we help Wayne clarify his 3 core message pillars, which are the 3 areas of Wayne's expertise that he's going to position himself as an expert in or an authority. I'll give you the easiest example there is. If you're a fitness coach or personal trainer, there's only 3 core message pillars you can really have. 1, fitness, 2, nutrition, 3, mindset. Some people might say lifestyle, but that's really a collection of those 3. Okay, so if I'm a fitness coach, I can go, okay, my 3 core message pillars are fitness, nutrition, and mindset. These are the problems, these are the goals that people have. Okay, energy, weight loss, self-esteem, etc., etc. So whenever I do a video, whenever I write an ebook, whenever I do a webinar, whenever I create any kind of content, I just ask myself, which of these 3 core message pillars am I going to focus on? I'm going to do nutrition. And then I work out the subtopic where I can talk about calories or macronutrients, or I can talk about intermittent fasting, or I can talk about keto, or I can talk about whatever. And then all I do is I ask myself, what's the problem I'm going to help solve in this piece of content, event, or offer? Or what am I going to help them get? That's it. So by clarifying these things, it allows Wayne for you to really easy and quickly have a quick strategy to create content. Does that make sense? So Wayne, have you established your 3 core message pillars yet with Terry?
Yeah, I did clarity, which is about where am I going? What is the life design?
Yep.
Confidence.
Yep.
And controlling the mindset.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to work with you on this. So now, have you studied NLP, Wayne? I know some of you guys have.
Yeah, master prac.
Oh, master prac. Awesome. This makes this easy. So remember logical levels, chunking up and chunking down?
Yes.
So you want to chunk up, you want to go global, you want to chunk up. So the thing about clarity, confidence, and control, they actually fall into one one chunk, mindset.
Hmm.
Can I just be a bit direct here because you are a client? Is that cool?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Let's get better at clarifying. So I would say one of these would simply be mindset
Okay.
because they all fall into mindset, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, you notice how I'm using some NLP stuff for you here. So good one's mindset. What's the second pillar, the area that you're working with people?
Action. Taking
When you say
action.
action, what do you mean?
They've got a plan. They've got a goal achievement plan. Yeah, it's the behavior.
There we go. Boom. I've chunked it up for you. I'm being a bit direct here. I've done this many, many times. And I know how Wayne thinks now. I think I've worked you out pretty well, actually, Wayne. I think I got you covered.
I think you do.
Yeah. And the third one. So we have mindset, internal behavior, the bridge to the external. And what's the third one?
Well, the achievement. Forgot the mindset. It's the results.
I like that. Okay, cool. So really this is, and I talk about mind cycles. Everything starts in the form of a thought. The thoughts determine how we feel. Our feelings determine actions. Actions are outcomes, which form our beliefs, values, etc. Right? How much better do you feel about those three as your core message pillars?
Yeah, it's good. Thanks, Jason.
Now, anything Wayne does, how good is this, by the way? I've never seen a more succinct system. I like speed. I love sustainability. Speed is the quantity, sustainability is the quality. You do not have to sacrifice one for the other, guys. You can have qualitative and quantitative. You do not have to sacrifice. Now, Wayne, you go live today. All you do is, am I going to talk about mindset, behavior, achievement? I'm going to talk about mindset. Boom. What's the subtopic? Confidence. Awesome. What's the problem I'm going to help people solve getting confidence, or what am I going to help them get? I'm going to help them meet their soulmate. Let's go live. Bang. Here's three ways to meet your soulmate. Does that make sense? Did you guys get that? It's that simple. That's your whole process, right? So the three core message pillars with the avatar niche and these problems and the goals is your strategy for creating your content, your offers, and your events, which is your messaging. Is that good, guys? You guys, I should probably charge for this training. Does anyone have any questions? Was that good, Wayne?
Awesome, Jason. Thank you.
Cool. How do you feel about what we just went through? More clarity, more certainty?
I do have got more clarity, and I was just thinking where I'm going to be changing the messages on social media about the core message, the pillars.
So remember, guys, so I invite you all, I'm going to send everybody that worksheet, and I'm going to invite you to work on that and complete that. Now, whenever you do any content, short form, long form, blog post, question, any kind of content, your daily content, you do any kind of event, webinar, masterclass, entire challenge, workshop, whatever it is, or you're creating a free offer. So if you look at my free offers, like my ebooks and all of that, that's how I determine what my free offers are. That's how I determine what my events are. Now, the more you watch my content, the more you're going to notice that I'm doing this a lot. Everything I do is methodical and with intention. And it's super important because if it has a methodology to it, if it has intention in the eyes and the mind of your audience, it'll have a sense of congruity. And that clarity will lead to certainty and action, right? Does that make sense? And that's what you want. And that's when obviously you have a call to action, which is another training again. All right, let's talk about my favorite part, the pitch deck. Okay, so we've clarified our avatar and niche. We've also clarified our three core message pillars. Okay, now we have the decision-making strategy to create our content, events, and offers. Now we want to refine our irresistible offer. Okay, so for those that are starting, we always launch with one offer. Why do we launch with one offer? Well, if you try to chase 3 rabbits, how many are you going to catch? How many are you going to catch if you try to chase 3 rabbits? None. But then the logical mind kicks in and goes, well, I can catch one, okay, and then I can catch the next and the next, right? So one rabbit first, and I encourage one-on-one coaching or consulting. Charlie, brilliant. Nicholas, awesome. Christine, welcome. Peter, Nicholas, this is powerful. Replay, awesome. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to dive straight in. So a huge mistake people selling a service, so coaches, consultants, healers, therapists, and agency owners make when selling is they tell people their offer, they don't show people their offer. Who has kids by show of hands? Who has children? Are your children more likely to do what you tell them to do or what they see you do? Monkey see, monkey do. Who would agree? More likely. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to do that either, but they're more likely to do what they see you do, right? So if you get on a call with somebody and you tell someone the offer, it's intangible. It lacks credibility. And again, the whole thing is believing. So if you can show people your offer, it makes a huge difference. Now, the way we show people our offer is most people typically online understand that we do 2 points of contact. It's a higher conversion rate. So you do like a discovery call than a follow-up sales call. But when you get on a Zoom call to sell your services, you want to share your screen and show them your offer in the form of a pitch deck. Okay. So your pitch deck is what it does is it takes your offer and it makes it tangible. And again, seeing is believing. So I'm going to, hey, Cindy, how you doing? So I'm going to share my pitch deck with you now for my business coaching, and I'm going to walk you through the science of it. Now, there's 10 components to creating it. We don't have time to do that, so I'm just going to focus on the structure of the pitch deck for now. Okay. So just let me share my screen. Here's one I prepared earlier. Okay. So when you get to the close to sell your business coaching, your life coaching, your fitness coaching, your agency services, your digital services,
you don't have time to be fighting.
Let's turn that YouTube off. You want to show people the offer. So your pitch deck, for your core, like let's say you're just launching a business, you've got one offer, it's one-on-one coaching or consulting or agency. You only need 4 slides, no more, no less. And let's break this down. So and by the way, I'm going to send my template so you can use mine as an example as a thank you for joining. Okay. So let's say that I'll pick on Wayne because his program is right there on the screen. So I get to the close of Wayne. I say, Wayne, I'm very particular about who we choose to work with. We don't sell, we interview. If I choose to work with you, I'm going to ask you some questions shortly. Before I do, I'm going to show you how our coaching program works. Wayne, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Wayne says, yes. Now, the first slide, the intention of the first slide on your pitch deck is to capture their attention, myopical focus. Julie, can you see my screen? Yes, that also causes Julie to focus on my screen right now. All right. So the first slide is either your logo or the name of your program. So I've got both in here as an example. So here's our logo and here's the name of our program. Okay, so let's say I start with the name of our program. So if I choose to work with you, Wayne, we're going to plug you into the 20K a month, one-on-one coaching programs designed to build you to 20,000 a month in under 6 months. Can you see that? This is red for a reason. We'll talk about that another time. I want to be respectful of everyone's time. Nicholas, yep, making school lunches at the moment. Nice, brother. Tutoring sandwiches for the kids. Multigrain. So the first slide, the intention is to capture their attention so they focus on your screen. So yes, you need to be on Zoom. You can probably use Google Meets if you want to. I just like Zoom. No, that's slide 1. Second slide. The intention or the purpose of the second slide is to increase perceived value. Because the problem is I don't think a lot of people do it as much anymore. But what I do best is sell. I'm great at building teams. I'm great at organic marketing, but what I'm best at is selling. When you learn the intricacies of my sales systems, you'll find we have the most powerful sales system in the world. I challenge anyone in the States. The reason why a lot of the guys make a lot more money than me is they've mastered and nailed advertising and a lot more attention, which is something we're about to work on, right? So the second slide is to increase perceived value because you do not want to sell coaching. What do I mean by that? Is if you put a dollar figure on time, you devalue time, therefore your service, because what's more valuable, time or money? Time. So, it's like if you go, well, it's $100 an hour, it devalues a service. So we sell it in a package form or a membership form, and we increase perceived value. And I say, Wayne, if you choose to work with you, this is what you get in the program. This is the what. You're going to get a 30-minute coaching session each week. We're going to create a success blueprint. You're going to get this and this and this and this and this and this. And also you're going to get this. How does that look to you? And Wayne's going to look at this and go, damn, this is going to be expensive. I want Wayne to be thinking that. I want to be aware of what Wayne's thinking. So when I get to the price, Wayne goes, oh, that's it. Okay. So the purpose of the second slide, it's a checklist. The conscious mind can hold 7 plus or minus 2 chunks of information. So I recommend that it has at least 9 bullet points to fill the conscious mind. Mine, I think, has 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11, 12. Yeah. Between 9 and 12 is perfect. Okay. The third slide is the purpose of the third slide is to create clarity and certainty, because a confused mind is an inactive mind, which is why clarity, certainty, and congruity are uber important when selling in any format, be it one-on-one, be it on a VSL, video sales letter, whatever it might be in a webinar. And so the third slide is an outline. So if we work together, Wayne, this is what's going to happen the next few months. So Wayne feels clear on what's going to be happening. Also for you NLPs, if Wayne's thinking about the future and looking at me is already, it's part of, the brain doesn't recognize the difference between remembering the past, experiencing the now, and imagining the future. So Wayne is thinking about working with me in the future. So if we work together, Wayne, if I choose to work with you, this is how the program works. In the first session, we're going to do this, second session, this, third session. Now, this is really important. This is a minimum 16-week program, this one in particular. And you'll notice these are features. But what are we taught to sell? We're taught to sell benefits, not features. But it's important to clarify features. So what I do here, and I think Julia liked this, is we have visually here the feature, but then I verbally add the benefit. So for example, Wayne, in the first session, we're going to create your success blueprint, and we're going to reverse engineer your business so you're not reacting to the stress in your business and you're creating a business by design. Session 2, you're going to find your avatar messaging pitch deck so we can double your conversion rate and easier get clients. Does that make sense? And I cannot tell you how powerful it is, right? And yeah, so the third slide is to create clarity and an outline of your program. For most people, it's 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks, etc. And the fourth slide, I'm actually going to use this one to begin with. Jesse, how are you doing? The fourth slide is the payment options. Now, the payment options, I would have 2 options or 3, no more, no less. More than 3 is confusing. Less than 2 is a yes or no. I don't want to say, Wayne, do you want to do this or not? Because I give Wayne the option to say no. Whereas if I say, Wayne, do you want to do option 1 or option 2, it's a double bind and it's a yes or yes. Does it make sense? So here is my suggestion. In the coaching space, there's a lot of high ticket people telling you to charge as much as you can and take it all up front. Here's the problem with that. If you're a new business or anyone, would you rather make consistent income or inconsistent income? Who would rather make consistent income? So the problem with only taking upfront payments, and they both have strengths and weaknesses, right? Positives and negatives. Oh, I want to take upfront so I don't get mispaid, whatever. But it's very inconsistent. You might make 10 grand one month, nothing the next month, 30 grand next month. You cannot sleep well at night if you cannot forecast your cash flow and create consistent income. So my suggestion in the beginning to create a laptop lifestyle, create a full-time online business and sleep well at night is to create a consistent weekly revenue stream through your business that covers all your business and living expenses, and then focus heavily on upfront chunks. I want big chunks, yeah. But in saying that, I would offer 2 offers. Number 1 is I would offer a weekly option or an upfront option. For example, I've just launched a new business. I got a 25% off deal for my first 5 clients. Wayne, you've got 2 options with this program if I choose to work with you. Okay, it's minimum 12 weeks for $299 a week, or you can pay up front and get 2 weeks free, $2,990. Which of those is easier for you? Okay, and I could do that. That would be my suggestion for that. Nicholas, been in the feast famine cycle before? Yeah. Again, I'm not saying don't take upfront payments. And I've asked all of you, like all of you say I would rather consistent income. So you've got to recognize that. I would also ask you what option do you want everybody to choose? Because like when I was doing personal training, about 22 years ago, the direct debit system was introduced. Before that, we always took cash. I didn't want to take cash because I wanted it all to go in my bank account once a week in one lump sum. So, you know, right now, every Wednesday night, between $60,000 and $70,000 goes into my company bank account every week consistently. Who would like that? Right. And then everything else is cream that goes into my investment accounts, my property account, my crypto account, NFT account, my shares account. So I'm building a shares portfolio. You guys call stocks in the United States. I'm building a crypto portfolio. I'm about to start building a property portfolio, etc. So I can take the upfront as cream. I'm not going, oh, please, I need to eat this week, right? I cannot tell you how powerful it is. So that's the 4 main ones. Now from here, what we do in the business coaching program is Wayne will get to, Wayne, what's your goal for how many one-on-one clients you want? 10, 15, what's that number?
Yeah, 10.
So right now we focus all of Wayne's energy to get you to 10 clients. Now you launch your group program, okay? Now we launch your group program becomes your core offer, which is the thing you sell on all your sales calls, and your one-on-one coaching becomes your upsell. Now you have 2 offers. Now, when you launch your group and you have both, my suggestion is your group is half the price of one-on-one, as you can see on my screen, which I'll show you in just a moment. And then once you've launched 2 group programs, then we can look at a drop sell, which I normally recommend like a mastermind or a paid, like a paid Facebook group. So you have 3 offers. So this is my current slides, and Wayne, this is you'll recognize this is the slides that Ray would have used with you. So we have three options. We have a core offer, an upsell, and a downsell. That's when you have a full irresistible offer. So when we get to the close, okay, we say to Wayne, with this program, you've got three options. You can work with Jason. He's very picky about who choose to work with. If he chooses to work with you, we have to get approval. It's $499 a week, upfront $5,000. Very affordable. By the way, it's very difficult to work with me right now. Good luck with that. You can offer me 30 grand and I probably maybe 30 grand. Option two, you can work with one of our top coaches. We've got Lisa and Terry. We're about to hire two more for a portion of the price, $299, $297. Or you can work in our group program for $149, which is easier for you. Because now, like, Wayne will look at this and go, wow, that's $499. Oh, this is only $149 or whatever it might be, right? So for Wayne, when you're decked out, you might have your sell is your one-on-one program, your core offer is your group, and then the downsell might be the mastermind as an example. Does that make sense? That's what makes it irresistible. Price is only one of 10 facets of irresistibility, which I talk about in my full training. And that's the pitch deck in a nutshell. Okay. Who would like access to my personal templates? Would you guys like that? Yeah, cool. If you registered on Zoom, I'll send it to you. If you're on Facebook, Michelle, Nicholas, all you guys on Facebook, send me a DM. I'll send it to you. Does anyone have questions around the pitch deck? No questions? What's everyone's biggest takeaway today? I would like to know, like, just how this has been received and what's helped you the most, so I can make this more and more relevant as we move forward. Julie awesome. So Julie offers financing options. So let's quickly talk about that. So anything under $5,000 total, my suggestion is to use a direct debit. This is actually not a formal part of it. This is bonus training. So anything less than $5,000 up front, anything less than $5,000, I suggest using direct debit for the payment plan. So Go Cardless as an example, because they're actual companies that are built for direct debit. And then if upfront payments struck, that's what we do. Anything more than $5,000, you can actually do what Julie does. And in the US, there's actually high ticket financing companies in the US. There's one in Canada now as well. We're about to launch in UK. And you can actually, your client can get financing, and you still get it up front. Yeah. So that's what we do and what I suggest. So thanks for bringing that up. Julie using FlexBuy. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Neelam, I'm not sure about the avatars. I want to work with everyone who is oh, awesome. I'm glad you brought this up. Now your avatar, Wayne's avatar is James. Now that doesn't mean anyone not called James and not a man. Wayne says, no, I don't work with you. An 18-year-old girl could come to Wayne and say, hi, I need help. Can you help me? And Wayne could choose to work with her. It's just for the purpose of your messaging. So Neelam, you can work with it. I'm the same. If there's someone in India who's broke, that's all in and hungry, I want to help him. Yeah. So 100% Neelam. Yeah, that just helps you with your messaging and helps you. Again, it's a decision-making strategy when you're creating content, events, offers, etc. as well. Yeah. Julie, loans are a bit of a challenge lately. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness, the prices and this month in Australia, they increased the price of everything in every store everywhere. Period. Food, everything went up between 5 and 10% over the last couple of weeks. Yeah. Cindy, how do we feel about scholarship programs? Can you give a bit more detail on that, please? Julie, one of my clients got rated 40% APR. Suzanne, onboarded one of my clients today. Nice, congrats. Must make a slide deck and onboard and make it more visual. Yeah, 100%. Like Suzanne, you've experienced our system through how refined and well-oiled is our appointment setting, sales, and onboarding system. It is a well-oiled machine. And the greatest part of that is we just have beautiful people that are bloody good at what they do. But we do have amazing SOPs in that as well. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Julie, there's some key elements that really stuck out to me. Awesome. Biggest takeaway to go, Wayne, your 3 core message pillars, that's going to make a huge difference for you, brother. Slight nuances, tweaks in refining what you're doing, huge difference in results. Massive, right? Neelam, the pitch deck is great. I don't know anyone else in the world going, what are the problems and what are the meta problems? I've never seen it. It's something I came up with myself. My idea, if you will, right? It is huge. Because we go, what's the problem? Lack of money. That's not the problem. The problem is what the problem means to the person. Yeah. Suzanne, it's fabulous. I'm loving it, and we're just begun. Yes, awesome, 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 awesome. Cool. That's it, guys. I will say this one last thing, that for anyone not in our business coaching program, we do have a group business coaching program coming up. I'm going to do a very soft sell here for those not in the group program. So in 4 weeks, we're launching our next group business coaching program. How would you like to be able to spend 1 hour with me every single week for 16 weeks to help you not only set up and create and refine your avatar, your niche, and your pitch deck, but everything for your business? I get our next group business coaching program launching. It's starting next month, in a month. And what I do is over a 16-week period, you can see on the screen here, together, I help you create your plan, your avatar, your messaging, your pitch deck, refine all your sales scripts and SOPs. I help you do an official launch or relaunch once you've rebranded. I help you optimize your social media and set it up. I help you create a social media planner. I help you set up your events and event campaigns. I help you set up your business and financial systems and help you launch group coaching. Okay. So it's 16-week program. You get to spend an hour a week with me. If I said that you could spend 1 hour with me every week to go through an entire process and relaunch and refine your entire business and add 20,000 to your business by Christmas for just 99 Aussie per week or 66 USD per week, who would agree it's worth it? Okay. So I'm doing it special just for you guys today. If you want to learn more about that, send me a DM, and you can see we've got a couple of options. You can pay up front $19.97 Aussie for 16 weeks with me, half price at the moment, just for you guys today. Or you can do 24 payments in 99 Aussie, right? For $9, which is 66 USD. But if you're not in our business coaching program and you've enjoyed today and you're still watching my ugly mug, you'd love to go deeper down the rabbit hole and have me help you refine your entire business and add 20,000 a month, whatever you're making, shoot me a DM. I'll send you the link, and I'll happy to give you the 50% off deal for the next 24 hours. So, by the way, I'm doing 3 parts. This is part 1. Who wants some exciting news? Did you enjoy today? I'm doing a 3-part mini series of webinars. Today is part 1. Next week each week at the same time, I'm doing part 1, part 2, part 3. So next week I'm doing another free training on part 2, which is the most powerful high-ticket coaching sales system in the world. I'll start marketing and promoting this tonight. So if you enjoyed today, next week I'm doing a free training, and I'm going to show you how to create and refine your sales SOPs, script, free qualifying, and share with you how I get a 92% conversion rate selling coaching. Okay, who would like that? Okay, keep an eye out for that. That'll be emailed and posted everywhere. You'll be invited. But if you enjoyed today and want to go deeper down the rabbit hole, I'll see you guys next week. And if you're really ready, like if you're serious about building a big business and having more impact, and today's helped you realize how many holes you need to plug in your business, that's just one main part. Join our group business coaching program. You get to spend an hour together. We cut it off at 25 people. I think about 13 or 14. We'll have 25. You'll get to be a part of an exclusive group of 20 to 25 people. We have our assistant coaches in there. You'll be able to connect with them. And it's 66 USD per week for you guys as a special today. So if you want to learn more about that, send me a DM. Otherwise, I'll see everybody else in training next week, and I hope that adds value to you guys. Have a great day. Have a great week, guys. See you later.